Sunlight, the only light that you can create a shadow and overall lighting your scene. It's here, or you can access it from the outliner here. Sunlight. The changing, you can see we have an shadow here. In its settings, from the intensity, you can increase or decrease the number of the overall lighting on your scene. And it is an again lighting point light that you can just move it to lighting your scene, but you can see it does not change the shadows. It just change overall lighting on the scene, something like that. You can see it just changed the specular light on object. The only light that can change, you can change the color of your light here, or lighter. Nice. You can change it to the dark, for example, to simulate the night or day. You can change the intensity. You can change the position it, but changing the position of the sunlight does not change anything. The important thing about the sunlight is just rotation. If you go to the rotation, you can change the angle of the shadows and the day by this. For example, I move it in here. You can see we have two things above the shadows: cast shadow and receive shadow. Cast shadow, it means this object creates shadow on other object, and receive shadow of other object on its own. If you want to change it, you can select your object, find it in the object. If you double click on that, you go to the setting of that object. This is a start. It means this object will be a start and then create its model. If you click that, I will explain them more, but here that cast shadow. If you turn it off, if you go to 3D world, it does not create any shadow. Or if you click that, double click, or if you want to cast shadow, just not receive shadow, you can see the shadow of this object does not affect that. So you can change these settings just here. And let's come back to a light scene. From here, this is our sun. Select that. You can change the name of that, position, rotation, and a scale. A scale of it does not change anything, just visual scale of the sun. From here, you can change the light of that, intensity of that, ambient color. It's color of overall lighting of scene. Let's change it to the very. Make sure that it does not in dark mode. From here, lighting up, and then you can change your color. You can see it changed overall lighting of the scene. It's a different between this and this. Is ambient color. It's a light up directly emitting from the sun. You can mix it, for example, completely and make it a completely green. You can see it's mixing together. It's the ambient and overall lighting of the sunlight. Nice. Shadow distance. This number means from your camera, for example, you have a long scene, and from the camera, it just creates the shadow in this distance to create shadow, and your game does not have any heavy things in it. Shadow intensity, if you want to more sharp shadow, you can make it 1 or 2. You can see we have now sharp shadow if you want, or you can, if you want to little shadow, you can change the number, but 1 is better for me. Nice. Okay, just we have one, and you cannot copy and paste it again. Moving that, it does not change anything. Just rotation of that, it's very important. You can change it in any direction. Okay, that's it.